In the house, Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas built and T. Boone Pickens financed. Welcome to Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. The Cowboys will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So Alabama's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Looking to throw on second down. Got his man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job of reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lindsey. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the moment.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Makes his connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to move the chains. Runs through a tackle. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They'll ride the hot hand. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3.
At the 10-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
On 3rd down, going up top. It's caught. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The Cowboys offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, look out. Inside the 30. He's at the into the end zone unimpeded. Except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes that Alabama offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to pass on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He makes the connection. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
It's complete to the left. And he will score! Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Let's see what they've got on second down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out.
He's going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's loose. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Cowboys racing to the line in a hurry up. Give to the running back from the shotgun. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that. the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It's reversed. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete in the middle. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sideline. Big boys in the goal line D. Slams it ahead. And he takes it to the house. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, wrap up, you have to wrap up.
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets it in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 35 over Rutgers. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hands it off. Ran through the contact.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lindsey. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 45. And he's running in the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. Pushes ahead. Touchdown tie. They've got the lead here in the 4th. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, a little bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. They'll try it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're getting this guy lathered up. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice this thing.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They can make this a two-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quick handoff. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Trying to get to him. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a